Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to the only live Monday through Friday lacrosse talk show on the planet. I am your host, Michael Karvelis. It is Thursday, December 11th, 2025, and this show begins now. We are live streaming via the airwaves of North American Talk Radio on YouTube. Please be sure to subscribe to the channel before you go. On today's awesome show, the PLL start date has been moved up. Dawson Nielsen first talked about this. Dan Aresti and others are now confirming it. What does it mean for lacrosse and the NLL? We'll break it down and have some fun with Paul Rabel. Then we're going to get to our guests. Probably one of our biggest guests of all time is Chase Fraser will join us in about 10 minutes or so. And we're going to welcome back in Tim Dillon, our local loading fanboy, as he'll talk face-offs, the upcoming weekend headlines, etc. Before we get started, this show is presented by the ticketing platform at natalkradio.com. If you want to go see your favorite or local National Lacrosse League team, or really any sporting event for that matter, head to natalkradio.com and click the event tickets tab. There you'll be redirected to Vivid Seats. Just type in wherever you want to go, as long as you use our link first at natalkradio.com. So let's do our first segment here about the PLL. Dawson Nielsen had been kind of teasing this a bit. We kind of collabed on a video post where Brett Dobson was kind of talking about the schedule a little bit. Could the NLL move to summer? It would be very beneficial if the NLL did. Can the PLL work together with the NLL? And dare I say that, and I know Dawson said this, but I don't know if moving the schedule up and extending the season towards the end of, towards September is necessarily a great thing for NLL players. We know Tom Schreiber, I believe both of his last big injuries have come in the PLL. I could be wrong on that. Correct me. I'll take the loss there. But so many guys in the PLL that play both were kind of injured going in. I also want to give a big I don't know what the reasoning is why Josh Byrne has left the Carolina Chaos. I know the Chaos released him to the player pool, and it's like no one's going to pick him up. We know there's been a boatload of Bandits leaving. Many of them played at Six Nations or wherever else, getting paid probably more there than they do at the PLL, obviously. We know that Andy Towers, who's a friend of this show, who I've had on the show multiple times, him and his whole coaching staff left the Carolina Chaos. So it is weird, the dynamic the NLL and the PLL have. I don't know if that's specific to Bandits players, but it is a little bit interesting. See, I think it's Frick. He says Josh left for a bigger bag of cash. Yeah, absolutely. But the PLL moving up, though, again, I know Dawson of Loose Mesh has said, they're trying to work together. I'm like, Dawson, you got to read the tea leaves. And I know, obviously there are people who want this to work. I'm not denying that. But I've seen Paul Rabel, the way he moves, way too much. And it reeks of a guy who could give a Beavers bridge about the National Lacrosse League. I put on a tweet saying, Brett Fruit's been to quite a few PLL games in the last year or two. When's the last time Paul Rabel went to an NLL game? And then Joe Watson, friend of the program, commented saying he knew that Paul Rabel was at the Dogs game when they played the Seals in that outdoor game in 2023. The NLL should bring back the outdoor game, not just because of Paul Rabel, but because I thought it was a great thing. But I thought it was very interesting, though, that the last time we saw Paul Rabel was at an outdoor thing. It was kind of like, PLL. Like, so Frick also says, but we don't know that. Like, the NLL always saying, but this doesn't make any sense, though. If we're saying the leagues are working together, the PLL going sooner and ending later is not them working together. It doesn't make any sense. Because, guys, I'll say it again. There are people out there who are trying to push the narrative of the NLL moving to summer. It's not going to happen for the next at least few years. It's not. I've talked to too many people who think that it will eventually happen, but it's such a seismic shift. The NLL just got through a CBA. They're not going to do that right now. So I'm not getting into the NLL part of this. And again, what I'm looking at is the PLL is saying, screw the NLL once again. They are starting earlier and ending later. And people want me to believe the PLL actually cares? Like, sell me something out, man. Sell me something else. But good for the PLL. Like, I disagree that field lacrosse helps grow box lacrosse. I think anybody who says that, I'm like, we've tried field lacrosse for years. Okay, like, the box lacrosse has been in the shadows when it's the better product, and field lacrosse, like, there's a reason why the PLL does a shorter shot clock now, because they understand the attention span, just like the MLB. And so I don't think field lacrosse growing is helping the NLL, because it's two completely different things. The only difference they have is you score by putting balls in the back of a net, and they have sticks in their hands. Like, I don't think field and box are, at least from a viewer's experience, are not the same. One feels like soccer, one feels like all my favorite sports combined into one super baby. So, like, whatever. Like, again, good for the PLL, but I think we're far away from Summer League in the NLL, and I think the PLL moving their dates earlier and later, it's like, well, good for y'all. I don't see how you care. Whatever. I tried to watch the PLL. I can't do it, guys. I've tried. So, whatever. All right, everyone knows my thoughts on Paul Rabel, okay? Let's get out of the way now, okay? We'll be fine. Let's see a break. When we come back, we're talking to Chase Fraser, who I feel bad because this is not the Pat. This is like such a far fall off from the Pat McAfee show, but we're going to try it anyways. We're going to try our version of the Chase Fraser interview. Don't go anywhere. You're watching Daily Dive.
You're listening to North American Talk Radio, the all-new talk radio station featuring sports, movies, politics, mental health, and more. Check us out at natalkradio.com and subscribe today. Buy event tickets straight from our website to help the cause and get tickets to your favorite events for less. That's natalkradio.com. Thanks for listening.
Welcome to MyBookie. You're ready to create an account and start making money, and we're here to help. And remember, you can get a bonus of up to $1,000 on your first deposit. Now you're ready to bet. Just go to mybookie.ag, visit the sportsbook, click on your bet, and input the amount you want to risk or win in the bet slip. Yes, it's that easy. Just remember, at MyBookie, you play, you win, you get paid.
welcome back to Daily Dive. I am Michael Karvelis. That is Sicko himself. Chase Fraser, how are you, sir?
Great, man. How are you doing? Thanks for having me on. This is awesome.
Thank you. This is awesome. How dare you? This is not the Pat McAfee show, but we're going to try our best, man.
All right, let's do it.
So the bio says, I got 3-time NLL champion. We'll get to that. Sicko goal scorer. Shout out to Teddy Jenner. 151 career goals in the regular season at this point, and you're now with the Desert Dogs. Good stuff, man. By the way, and we're gonna get to a game preview, but y'all are in Vancouver now, right? Like,
we're heading to Vancouver tomorrow. Play that.
Oh,
on Saturday.
Okay. But how's it? Are you excited to be back home? Because I believe you're from Vancouver, right?
Yeah, I'm from just Langley, just outside of Vancouver. So yeah, now being back on the West Coast, it's gonna be nice. Easier for my family to come see me play now, and it's only a 2-hour flight from Vancouver to Vegas. And
oh, that's cool.
Yeah, better than like the 4.5 to Buffalo, or then doing all that.
Yeah, it's a lot. Travel's an interesting thing in this league. All right, so we got to just shake the dust off immediately, sir. I swear to God, this is an inside joke at this point. I've reacted to it. I posted on the reels. Everyone thought I hated Chase Fraser. I don't. How in the world, do they vote you biggest bitch? I mean, last year, very funny guys, and this year they don't want to play with you more than other guys. Like, come on, man. What does that fuel you, or how do you feel about that?
I laugh at it. I honestly, it frustrates my brother more than it frustrates me, because he'll screenshot it and text me. He'd be like, "Yo, what are these people saying?" And I'm like, "Dude, it's just it's comical, because it's like the Lax Meg, they send out their polls to 5 players on each team, and I'm just thinking." So I was talking to Chris about it when it came out. I was like, "All right, so you take the Dogs off that, and you take the Bandits off that, and then you go." Everybody else is voting because they don't want to play with me. I'm like, Jesus, it's kind of harsh. You just don't want to play with me. But then it's just funny. And then I get all my friends that see that, and they text me and go, "Hey man, you're actually a beauty and a great guy. I love playing with you." I'm like, I know, man. It's the guys in my own locker room that love me, and the guys in the other locker room that have no idea of how I actually work.
I don't think the Buffalo Bandits let you in that ring ceremony if you're not a liked guy.
Yeah, right.
Maybe I'm wrong, but come on now. So I mean, I had to get that out of the way. But let's go to the Bandits' career. Just briefly here. You guys, you helped win the last 3. You went to 5 though, and I think that as a LeBron fan, to me, that matters, getting there in the first place.
Yep.
So just explain those 5 incredible years for y'all.
Man, it's crazy, because then you got to think it was 5, but there was half season with COVID, and then the one we missed. So it's do you really think that we could have been in the last 7? Maybe would have been a little difference. But no, it was nuts. We've all talked about I guess the group of guys there talked about the beginning too, losing the first 2, and just kind of how that was, and it was a learning experience, massive learning experience for us. My first year in the league, we didn't even make playoffs. I was in and out of the lineup as a rookie, wasn't even playing. That was 2017-18 season.
Wow.
Lost to Rochester our last game of the year, and then they ended up getting to the finals or something close like that.
Ooh.
And then losing to Jor or something. I don't remember. But all right, my first year, we didn't even make playoffs. Second year came in, just JT took over the head coaching and just went from there, and the guys bought into the system, and we had a really good season. I think we went 15-4?
14, yeah.
Or whatever, 14-4. Set a franchise.
A lot of games.
Yeah, we set a franchise record that season, and went into playoffs, doing our thing, and I guess got to the finals, and then was absolutely surprised about what Calgary brought to us, and lost that game and lost that series in 2. And that one hurt. That definitely hurt. But the one that hurt the most was losing again.
Colorado,
right? Yeah, Colorado won. And we go through the off season through that one. Come into that 19 and 20 happened with COVID, year off.
Oh.
Yeah. Don't need to talk about that again.
Ridiculous.
I'll leave that one in the past.
Yes.
And then that Colorado, came in. We had a year and a half off of everybody training and kept our same core. Like our group chat was still buzzing that
That
whole
was great.
time, like
Yes.
which is wild of how we were able to keep that same team over that time period. Come in and again, I think we might have done no, it wasn't a great season that time. Well, I'm trying to think. Did we do great for like regular season wise? Maybe. But yeah, no,
Look.
playoffs were a bit different that season. I know we we lost. No, we rolled through playoffs that year. Rolled through playoffs. That was the year we smacked Rochester in the first round.
Oh.
Absolutely handed it to Toronto in game 1 and 2. And then walked into the playoff round 3, game 1, 1-goal game. Game 2, lost in Colorado. Game 3, then we get blown out in Buffalo. And that one was just like, damn, we got blown out in front of our own fans to lose. That hurt everybody. Like, that cut deep. That was something that when we came back in 23, because we lost in 22, and we came back in 23, and it was just everybody was, we're coming to work. And rolled in. JT had his practice plans. We started our preseason training in, what was it? Like, we had stuff to do at the end of September. Like, we were like, yo, you're working out, sending in your running times and stuff in September. Came through, and that first one, I actually missed the first half of the season because I was out with my hips.
4 games, yeah.
Yeah, I had hip surgery that year. Came back and ended up coming in at the right time. We had injury problems that whole season with guys going in and out. Josh with his things, Dane with his things, Chris with his things, and then our defense with all our subtle things. And then that was a very character kind of win. That was a gritty one. Like the other ones 2 years before we got to the finals, just kind of got our way there. That season we had to work to get to the finals, which gave us that extra edge in there. And as soon as we were able to win that one, it was...
Albany was a frisky little team, though.
Yeah, for the second one, when we beat Albany, that was an intense. Going to Albany for us not hosting game 1 of the finals that year was just like, okay, we got to go to Albany, play there, bus back, and play the next day. For us, I actually think like we were kind of fired up for it. Like we were like, all right, let's get this out of the way. Let's like do it. Let's go. Like, because we were just we were hot. Like, felt good. And I remember rolling into game 2 of that Albany series in Buffalo the next day, just like with just a certain vibe about every single guy that walked in the locker room, and then to be out there and do our thing with Albany and we had fun in that game. Yeah, it was a little close, but we had, I don't know, goal runs. They'd catch goal runs, but we ended up on top the whole time. They
keep it close. Like, they like to play the lower pace and make sure they're getting under people's skin.
Yeah, they do all that. Yeah, and Simmons was doing his thing. Simmons in that game 1 had one of the nastiest bouncers I've ever seen in my life. And like it's just we came off and shot from the left side, had Vino going completely. I was just like, holy shit. Like, that's hard to do.
He's good. I like him. He's also he's a charismatic guy too.
Yeah, I like him too. He's got good hands, good ball player. And then just I think it was like in that Albany one, it was after that hidden ball goal. Josh did that one. I pulled out. I was like, okay, I was like, okay, we got this one too. Like, we got it. And we got lucky enough and did everything with management keeping that team together to be able to go again last year for 3. And then that was intense. I guess coming in last year, first round was
I should know this. I should check that.
I should know who the first round was last year too. San Diego, the lowest score, 5-4.
Yeah, crazy.
Right. So, which is insane. Of like, you got 2 really good goalies, like O-Riggs and Vino back there, and you're like, all right, cool. Like, also 2 very powerful offenses, and there's only 9 total goals being scored in that game is insane. Which is also like, you look at that, and like one bounce goes one way, one bounce goes the other. It could be 5-4 opposites, and we're not even in the finals again. Like, it's
Georgia 2 years ago. I'll give them the Swarm credit. They were hanging tough with y'all.
Same thing than the overtime winner with Bernsey. Like, that was that was again. So it's like our last 2 ones in Buffalo. The game 1s were stressful. And
Yeah.
and then last year it was different going against Vancouver, because they had Delbs. Finally got Delbs. They beat us.
Yeah.
They beat us the last time we saw them in the regular season. So it's like, okay, they got this groove with us. But at the end of the day, it was us playing bandit playoff ball.
Yeah.
And
Y'all good at that.
yeah, and kind of game one, I know it's kind of tough coming into for like a semifinals, especially coming into Buffalo. It's tough to play there, and we did our thing. And then in Vancouver, Vancouver's kind of a tough place to play. Like if you're not
Interesting.
from there, or for me, because I'm from Vancouver and like I'm not for Vancouver.
You know
It's
what
like
to expect.
I know what to expect, but like you'd think like Vancouver, their crowds used to not be great, but last year in their
Getting out
playoffs,
there.
like when we were there, it was like 10,000 people. Like their lower bowl
Yeah.
was packed, and like it was an
It's
intense
harder
game
to
for game
hear.
two. Yeah, yeah,
That's
no, absolutely. And then
Was Saskatchewan of the last three, were they like you think the biggest like tallest opponent you think y'all played? Or you think all three presented different challenges?
they were all three different challenges, man. It was
You couldn't really put them one above. It was like, man, all y'all are paying the butts.
yeah, it was no matter what, we were going there. We were going to work. Like it wasn't nothing. Yeah, it was
They
all
were brick
different
wall. You're knocking
strategies.
them down. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Another wall we got to run through and just do that. But I'd say last year it was no, when we lost to Colorado in the first one we won. The difference between the year before when we lost to Colorado, the year that they beat us,
Right.
like for game two, we kind of just individually kind of like panicked and just kind of like, okay, we'll take our own time and do our own thing. But the year we beat Colorado, when we lost to them in Colorado, it was like all right, guys, cool. We lost that one. Now go put your stuff in the hotel room. We're going to go grab some food, eat, just talk about it. As soon as we're done talking about it, it's over, figure it out, go on to next week and work it. And that one worked way better. So last year when we lost in Sask game two, it was the same thing. It was all right, everybody. Yeah, this one sucked because we were so close to winning it, and then in Sask.
11-10. Yeah.
Yeah, it was all right, cool. This one stings a bit, but go put your stuff. We're gonna rip over Cactus. Everyone's going out to team dinner. We're gonna talk about it. Go back to the hotel. Wake up in the morning. Get back home. And get back to work. And that's exactly what we did. And then came back and then did our thing for game three.
Okay, I mean, like you guys led 9-8 to end the third quarter of that game. Yet they ended up winning. Then I keep telling people the first half of game three was like 7-6, and it was like, what were y'all gonna do? In the second half, I was like, oh my god, like hello three-peats.
Yeah.
Can you describe how the halftime locker room was for that?
We were like, it's that calm, good vibe kind of thing that I was talking about.
Good.
Just like, all right, we know what we're gonna do. We got JT coming in telling us what our offense is gonna do. Chugger telling us what our defense is gonna do, and then Vino kind of just manning everything. Like, I need this, and this, and then in that third quarter, when you see Vino starts just seeing the ball he was seeing, and you're like, all right, cool, let's go do this. Like, let's go have some fun. And when like for me, when I'm playing and I see Vino in that groove, that lets me loosen up a bit. I'm like, all right, I can do some crazy stuff. So that's when the one-handed backhand came in, and then it was good. Yeah.
And then Pat McAfee showing the rest is history.
Yeah.
Just one more thing to put a bow in the Bandits. What was it like being there one last time with the guys as that banner goes up?
Oh, it was awesome. Me and Chris walked down to the tunnel, got there before, got there at 6:50, right when everyone was coming off the floor from official warm-ups, and it was like, oh, like everyone was so fired up to see us. It was sweet. They all go out, see the banner going up. Not gonna lie, I got a little teary-eyed. Like it was an emotional kind of experience going out there in front of the sold out 19,000 Bandit fans, just how it normally is. What a last time to be there representing the Bandits and experience that. And then me and Chris and his wife and our buddy, we were up top in the suite section area, just hanging out, taking pictures with some kids, some fans, just doing a couple of meet and greet kind of things, but just watch the game and enjoyed the environment. And then went out with the team for a bit afterwards, and then did that celebration. They're able to put the final nail in that coffin and then move on to the dog season.
How hard? So now let's go to the Dogs. How hard was it? I know Kluche said on I think Dan Duziak was the guy who interviewed him. He was saying that he wanted to stay. I'm sure you've had similar feelings. The new CBA, I'm sure, helped incentivize some things as well. How hard was it not to go for you and even for him?
And it's a very tough decision. I've said it a couple of times, just other people, just in casual conversations. It was tough because it's like the bond that we all kind of created over these past 7 years, in a sense, right? Like Josh and I got drafted together.
That's crazy.
Used to hate each other and then became best friends as soon as we got drafted to each other or with each other, and then came through the following year, added Ian. And Chris got thrown in there next year, throwing Hogue. So it's like our core, like our off, like it's right there. We all hung out, we did everything together. But yeah, no, that decision to leave was not easy. It's just of like everything that organization has done for me personally. The support from the fans, the environment, the city in general. It's tough to like walk away from, but spending 7 years there, it was able to be like, all right, I did my time. I gave back to the community. The community gave me so much to hold on to, close to my heart for the rest of my life. And then it was also one of those, like, I needed change personally. I needed
Buffalo and Philadelphia, like they're let's talk about Philadelphia sports in general, but like the fan bases are so annoying. But I'm sure when you're a player there, that's got to be wickedly sweet. That's
even going to like I went to university in Philly for 2 years, just outside, and just like that whole Philly's sports atmosphere, it sucks you in, like, right? It was cool. Went from there, and then going from being in Philly sports area to then going to Buffalo, it was just like,
great
holy smokes.
Fans.
Like,
it's great sports fans.
Great places to be if you love sports.
Absolutely. So with the Dogs, obviously Jack Hanna's there. I'll just say that. Blanket statement. Mitch Jones joins the fray. How cool is it knowing that you guys potentially have two superstars? Just like, how fun is that? I know Josh and Dane like kind of like everything kind of like just settles down your head, but like Mitch and Jack are not too bad.
No, Mitch. So my rookie year, Mitch was on the Bandits.
That's crazy.
Yeah, so he was there. He was kind of like, well, he was first couple years in the league for him, so he was at that adjustment period of like where he was finding his niche, and then ended up going to Vancouver. So I was lucky enough to get a year with him there, and then now, from now and then, Mitch is a completely different player,
correct,
and a completely different person. Like it's awesome, and this fun thing, he's on that list as well. He's just at the bottom, and I'm like, whoa, that's crazy. You got two guys that are on that list that are on the same team that are actually like get along with everybody. Like it's funny. Like everybody, we're all good jokes in the locker room, but no, happy to be fired up playing with Mitch, and I hope this Jack Hanna situation works out, because with that guy's bounce and his speed and the amount of space that I'm able to create for people, it's just going to give him so much more time, or would give him so much more time to be as athletic as he is.
The Sports Center from you and Jack is going to be ridiculous this year if y'all both play.
Yeah, it's going to be crazy. Because I know like I got a little bit of a float to me when I jump, but that guy soars. Like,
oh my God, yeah, he's a freak. He's a freak. And then Kluche joining you, like I said before, like just tell me how that feels knowing there's a little bit of Buffalo coming with, like a little bit.
Yeah,
both got championship pedigree.
That's my guy, right? We played Bandits together. We played Chaos together. We won one with the Chaos together. We played Allegheny Summer Ball together. So we've been on every single team for the past 6 years. No matter what level we're playing at, it was always that. So him just we talked about the transition, because we had like throughout free agency, we had a couple similar teams that were reaching out to us and all that. So with me and Chris, we were pretty open about what's going on each other's lives with each other to keep it simple, So yeah, we talked about everything, about all kind of different avenues of how this could work out, and just us coming to Vegas.
He got a phone call.
Us coming to Vegas.
There we go.
Yeah. Was the best fit for both of us, and so fired up to be able to do it with one of my best friends.
Now, real quick, do you think if he would have gone somewhere, do you think it was incentivized, like were y'all both going to the same place all along, or do you think like y'all could have gone separate ways? You think this is pretty much how it's have to be?
I think there was a chance that we could have went opposite ways.
Fair.
Like it absolutely.
Fair.
Slim,
Sure.
but it could have happened with certain things going certain ways and all that. But I don't know like the complete logistics side behind everything that he was going through with free agency. Like I know majority of it, but there's some things you obviously don't know.
It feels good now.
Though. Yeah, no. So now we're both very happy. He finally moved down here on Monday, so I've been helping him all week just get his apartment and stuff figured out. Like he's got no furniture, so he's been sleeping on my couch or in my spare room here.
This guy.
Yeah, hanging out. So he's doing the work.
All right. So now, how's the off-season? How's the camp been for you guys? I know you said there's a little bit of chemistry with Mitch Jones already there. How are you guys feeling? Just leading up to the game one.
No, it's really good actually. Like it's we started clicking really good like right away. Like our first weekend down in camp was down in Vegas, and we had like their inter squad scrimmage, and we played a 30-minute running time game and scored like 19 goals as an offense. So we're like, okay, like we can move the ball and swing it.
There you go.
And then just kind of needed to figure out like the logistical things behind that. And then we got Hickey, who is running our offense coordinator right now.
There you go.
Who is on the ball with everything. Like the filmed cut-ups they're going in, different aspects of different defenders and just our different sets in certain different situations. Then you got Boldy sending us goalie clips on Delbs and all that, like our defense. It's crazy. We had a whole team meeting on Tuesday with like our whole scout that we're going over. Man, I'm just like this is awesome. Like everyone's getting involved, everyone's talking conversations. It's good vibes that we got going on out in Vegas.
You met Steve Nash or Dustin Johnson, or any of those guys, or mostly Josiah?
Haven't met those guys yet.
You met Josiah?
No, I haven't actually.
Come on, soon though.
Yeah. I think he'll come out.
I'll expect him before the other guys. To be fair.
Yeah, me too. Absolutely.
He's a lacrosse guy. Couple questions here, and then we'll get on to that game one preview and let you go. Michael Day says, "What kind of music does a man named Sicko listen to during pregame?" It's not bad.
Kind of not what you would expect. I listen to some lower pace, like I'll listen to some old country music, like some Alan Jackson, like all that kind of just. I like a good like fiddle, violin, some little trumpets in there. Throw some jazz music in there sometimes, just to like get it calm. That's like walking to the arena. I'm just like numbing not numbing, but just relaxing the nervous system.
I like that.
And then once like the headphones come out, then it's listening to like what's on in the locker room, and that's just I listen to all kinds of music, man. But there's certain stuff at certain times that just I love like a good slow, good beat, just like stuff that you can feel, you know.
90s R&B, like it's like
sometimes, yeah.
So no singular song though.
No particular song, you know. You got to throw a Rob Zombie in there sometimes, but
there you go. How many goals has Chase Fraser scored against Kyler Goalie? Is it like over one game? We'll go one game.
Over Kyler Goalie. Kyler Goalie. Oh, is that? Oh, he just did
the Swarm kid. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, you want to test it out, buddy? Just I'll rip some rubber by your ear.
There you go. What Frick says? Captain says, what are the boys doing on bus trips? Like
movies, cards. Sometimes you get if it's like a long one, we'll bring the old Xboxer out there, the old gaming system, and get a TV. We've had that on there on the bus.
Nintendo DS,
something like that. Just card games, movies, the classics. Got to throw Miracle on there every once in a while.
Oh, gee. And Frick reported about Amesbury. I forgot who this guy is. He's like a diamond hands or whatever the crap.
Oh, yeah. Diamond hands.
Whatever, man. I'm not into that lore. Finally, one more question, then I'll get to the preview of the game. Our buddy Tim Dillon wants to know about you and Hammer Jackson. I guess you're a loading guy, right?
Yeah, I'm a loading guy.
This show.
Loaded, baby.
Free advertising again.
Me and Hammer, we're really good buddies. Really good buddies. Played junior together, grew up playing against each other, played Team VC Nationals together. Ended up being roommates for them, and that's when our friendship kind of kicked off. We were 17 years old in Edmonton, watching Wicked Tuna, hanging out, just
Lord.
Yeah, way back when. And then kind of from there, just became really good buddies. And then here we go again with COVID. COVID happened, took all the freedom to kind of hang out with all your friends and all that stuff. So the basic rules in Vancouver where we were at is you're only able to see your friends if it was work related. So Tyrell was like, all right, let's make a business. Let's do this so we can like hang out. And I was like, all right, cool. So we started off with he started the loading, but it was like face off control that he was doing. So I was out there doing that him. And then that led to the grips. Grips lead to loading, and then we're designing shafts, doing all that kind of stuff. Then I head back to Buffalo, and then him and Jordan McBride are just hammering that out. And now we got
that's right.
Bunch of shafts, couple heads. The Tonka releasing.
Yeah, have you gotten your hands on the Tonka?
I've seen the Tonka. Yeah, it's a good hand.
Have you played with it?
I played with it. It's a D head. No, not yet.
Tyson Bell got a goal with it, right?
Oh, he did get the first goal with the Tonka in there. But yeah, no, it's one thing about these heads is the plastic that he's using is insane. Really? Like the face shape stays the same. You want to slash somebody with this Tonka, it's a sturdy one. Like Chris took one of the couple of guys on our team are using them, and we're doing our 5-on-5 sets, and Chris takes a poke check from somebody. He's like, oh, that head did not bend whatsoever. It was like one of those. They're strong, they're good, and
your chest plates, man.
Yeah, that's what they're for.
That's right. No. Let's get to how many goals are you going to score on Delbs? I'm kidding. What is how are we feeling about this game? I know people think Vancouver's going to bounce back. Full disclosure, I think so too. What is the chance you guys pull off an upset? It would be an upset.
Very high, actually. I think it's still the first bit of the season, and anything can happen, especially in the NLL. It doesn't even matter if it's the first part of the season. It's lacrosse. You can't control certain bounces. The only thing you control is the way you play the game and your energy and the untangibles, right? And through our camp, that is the massive thing that we've kind of been hammered into us is just control the controllables and do what we know. And we're gonna do our thing. We're gonna break down their defense, their size, right? They're massive. We're looking at their scout. They got one guy who's under 6 foot on their D end. Other than that, everyone else is massive. We got to break their formation, get to the middle of the floor, penetrate, come out, and make them chase us at the same time, and just because they're bigger, we're faster. So we're gonna make them extend to us and use our feet against their size, and then capitalize on that when we get it.
I like that. I'm going to text Pat Gregor and say, change the cool bet lines now. All right, finally, Tim Dillon says, please ask him about the locker room fight playing field. I'm like, well, come on. Is that a good thing or a bad thing?
What locker room fight playing field?
I don't know. I guess I should leave that one. What? He can't just say that and you not know what it is. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. With Hammer on Team BC, I don't know.
Oh, the ones that he was talking about in his daily or the morning shoot around. That was that was locker boxing. That wasn't Team BC. That was BC Summer Games.
There you go.
They got on that. He had him and his buddy Dakota Hollister. They're from the interior, and they're just growing up kids from the interior. Are just they're a little different.
Interesting. Okay.
They're farm boys that just rowdy farm boys that just basically they just love to get after it in every situation, and they just beat each other up in the locker room all the time, and it was fun.
Jeez, man. What a way to end it. Have fun this week. If you score a highlight reel goal, I'm gonna be excited, but I'm just score everything you can though. Just don't go from behind the back every time, and we won't be mad if you do.
No, I won't. It won't be every time, but you might see something crazy.
There you go. Hey, safe travels and have fun this year, man.
Thank you. Have a good one. Thanks for having me.
Chase Fraser by Sicko, as Teddy Jenner calls him. Not bad. That's the wrong one. There it is. All right, folks. We are not done yet. Coming up next is going to be Tim Dillon after this commercial break. So we will talk more loading and talk about face-offs and what his 3 NL headlines. We'll see if his dog helped him out and let him have his headlines this week. All right, folks, we're right back to Daily Dive. Don't go anywhere. We're going to wrap it up next.
You're listening to North American Talk Radio, the all-new talk radio station featuring sports, movies, politics, mental health, and more. Check us out at natalkradio.com and subscribe today. Buy event tickets straight from our website to help the cause and get tickets to your favorite events for less. That's natalkradio.com. Thanks for listening.
Welcome to MyBookie. You're ready to create an account and start making money. And we're here to help. And remember, you can get a bonus of up to $1,000 on your first deposit. Now you're ready to bet. Just go to mybookie.ag, visit the sportsbook, click on your bet, and input the amount you want to risk or win in the bet slip. Yes, it's that easy. Just remember, at MyBookie, you play, you win, you get paid.
We welcome you back here to Daily Dive. We want to now introduce another friend of the show, an amigo, if you will. I will now play his music, and he's about to have a good time. It is now time for Senor Siete. Yes! Oh. Oh.
How we doing, El Senor Michael? How we doing?
¿Cómo está muy bien? How are you doing, man?
Muy bien, doing very good.
More water. This guy drinks.
I know. You gotta be hydrated, but athlete.
You have a drinking problem.
I know.
Have you gotten the Tonka yet?
Tonka does not come out till December 15th. Worldwide, baby. December 15th.
They postponed it?
No, it wasn't never.
What do you mean? You said, oh my Lord.
I said I pre-ordered it. You're able to pre-order it early. They're just not going to ship out. You told us
a couple of weeks ago, it came out like December 3rd or whatever it was.
I said the pre-orders open then.
You said it came out that day.
Michael, we can check this.
So you will have it next show, correct? Or next week?
I will have it next show if my mom will let me open it early for Christmas. All right? We'll have it next show if she wants me to do that. All right? It's up to her. It's up to.
I knew you were 14. I told the people who was 14, they didn't believe me. You know what I'm saying? How has your week been, sir?
It's been good. A lot of traveling. Got to see the family. Really good. But let's get down to business, Mike. You gave me some great questions to ponder over.
Okay.
All right. Give me some great questions. Well, let me do my first headline, and we'll circle back at the end.
No. We will do headlines in a moment. I want to first do face-offs. I want to because your original quote that everyone uses now.
Got my notes right here, Mike.
There we go.
Right here.
Which face-off guy or guys will be awesome in week 3 of the NLL?
All right. So, got the notes right here. First game, Rush versus Ottawa. Jake Naso, he's going to have a great game playing Ottawa, playing some random guy probably.
Is he playing? Right?
Huh?
Is he playing?
I've heard – okay, here's the thing. I've heard that he's healthy-ish. I don't know.
He was questionable last game.
He was questionable. He was questionable. So I can't give a definitive answer on whether he's going to be playing or not. But if he does play – okay, because I
don't know if that's Frick says it. I don't know if he's poking fun, but I mean I haven't heard anything special.
Well, even so, regardless if Naso's playing or not, I do believe Mike Messenger will win this face-off matchup regardless. Right? He had like 8 loose balls last game. He's doing what he needs to do.
He was good. Yes, he was good.
Yeah, he's doing good. So I think Ottawa will ultimately go 40%. I'll give, the Rush, the 50% win there, the 60%, 55-60% win range there. I'll give him there. But if Naso was playing, I'd definitively say 70-30 Rush.
Okay.
All
So
right.
you'll say like 55-45, right?
Yeah, I'll sit on that because I don't expect Messenger to like really pinch and pop the ball. I do expect him to get it out and pick it up. Muck it up. That's what I'm expecting.
That's fair. Is that your only guy, or you have more?
Oh, I got everybody.
Like real quick, like Ignacio, I forgot. Like Calgary plays. I should know this. Calgary, I forgot who they play, but
Calgary is playing. I got it right here for you, Mike.
Yeah,
Toronto.
Yeah,
Toronto.
And I think TD Erlin still is out for a while.
To my knowledge, TD Erlin and Jordan Ardella are still out for the season. Not for the season. They're still out right now at the beginning of the season. All right, because you got to take into account these guys have played more lacrosse than most professionals do in the last 2 years. They've played World Games outdoor. They've played World Games indoor. Only 2 years ago, less than 2 years ago, did Ardella have a full knee surgery. All right. TD, pretty sure he had a hand surgery recently. And they've also just played a full indoor season. He just played a full outdoor season. Both of them played very well against way more aggressive, younger guys. So their bodies are taking a wear on them. And both the teams right now are on the bottom of the stand. So there's a ton of pressure for them to be risking life and limb for teams who are on the bottom of the stands right now who really are just growing. So ultimately, I don't fault them for taking the time to recover. But I don't think people should be really up their nose about why aren't they out yet. I think they're doing what they need to do right now, honestly.
Doesn't TD and I know TD plays a lot of PLL. Does Joe still do that? Does Nardella still do that?
Joe should have won Joe should have won Face-Off Guy of the Year last year. All right, the stigma around Joe Nardella and him, he should have won. He should have won Comeback Player of the Year. He should have won Face-Off Guy of the Year. Right? He statistically was a better face-off guy than Baptiste, right? His team just didn't do as well as his team.
He's the PLL's golden boy.
He is, all right? But here's the thing. There's been multiple times where statistically Nardella beats Baptiste throughout the season, all right? He doesn't score as many goals as him all the time, but he should have more than just one face-off guy of the year award or two. He should have multiple, all right? And the fact that he won Sportsmanship of the Year award. That's great. I love Joe Nardella for that. Amazing guy. He also should have Player of the Year. He came off of a complete knee surgery, came back, knee ACL surgery, and
that's hard to face off too, I feel like.
Yeah. And he had a complete comeback and was destroying guys who are perfectly healthy. Right? So it's just bias against the seniority of the guys in the league there. And I think it's ridiculous. I think it's ridiculous, honestly. So, but Calgary versus Toronto, Ignacio's healthy. So 78% Ignacio and give it 22% to the random guy Toronto's throwing out.
I like this specifically 78 for Ignacio. Okay.
Yeah, and give me an assist or a goal. Give me a point from Ignacio. He's gonna get a point somewhere.
Assist or a goal.
He usually does play very well against Toronto when TD isn't playing, and I know he plays really well at home. I believe this is a home game for Calgary, correct?
Yeah, no, it's I think it's Toronto. Okay, I'm looking right now. It is Calgary on the road, so they are traveling from Saskatchewan to Toronto.
That's not a bad travel commute. I know he lives out there, so
okay.
So I know he lives out there.
The goalie agrees. Nardella should have won face-off. There you go. You
got and I appreciate the kind of goalie. He's rocking an Atlas jersey in there. I appreciate him not showing bias to the stats. I appreciate that from him. But ultimately, and then we have Halifax and Buffalo coming up Sunday.
Withers against Farrell is a battle.
No,
maybe.
You know what? Let me call up the phone right now. Call up the phone. Yeah. Farrell is not going to touch Withers. I mean, what are we talking about right now? What are we talking about? Give me Withers 75%. The Milkman 35.
Oh, 75 or 30.
Sorry, that math doesn't add up. I'm sorry. 70-30. 70-30. Give me 70-30 Halifax. Give me Withers, okay?
Okay.
Listen right here. The only reason I'm going Withers is because he's the complete box athlete. Plays box year-round. Plays MSL with Joe Resiteris, all right? It has more loose balls than any transition player forward in his position, all right? He won Transition Player of the Year only 2 years ago, okay? He scores. I mean,
Right.
like the fact that Connor Farrell's he's a great face-off guy, but he wasn't good enough to play in PLL. He got cut. All right. And his whole thing for indoor is he gets the ball, passes it, or he runs through guys. Guess what they're gonna do? Guess what Halifax is gonna do? They're gonna have their wings. They're gonna have Hasek. They have Terafenko. They have guys who can fight. Right? I'm pretty sure Bomberry's on that team still. Right?
I think Hasek had a lot of loose balls off of face-off last year.
He does. And what I'm gonna say is Withers is a smart guy. If Farrell wins a clamp, he's just gonna get that butt end. He's gonna pull his big hands out. All right. That's all I'm saying. Is Withers knows what he's doing. Withers knows if Farrell just falls over the ball, he should pull his hands out, and Hasek's gonna pick it up, or Terafenko's gonna pick it up for a goal. Right?
You don't see Farrell you'll see Farrell against the boards. You don't think he's gonna?
Yeah, and then you have Graham Hasek going in and breaking his ribs up. Like it's simple as that. Right? And Ryan Terafenko. Oh my gosh, is that guy deadly off the face-off with transition, right?
Yeah, man. Yeah.
Like, and then you have senior offensive guys. You have Stotts on the team. So, like, you know, like, what are we doing? Like, that's not even an argument, all right? You know what? I'll go so far as to say that Halifax is going to beat Buffalo.
No, right? Is that going to be your bold prediction of the day?
Yeah. And on top of that, here's my headline. Ring-a-ding-ding, ring-a-ding-ding.
No headline.
No, Halifax, ready? Diamond Hands. Daniel Ansberry will be making his debut this week against Halifax. Against Buffalo for Halifax, all right? Now, first of all, he's a loading athlete, right? He's a loading athlete. And he's a nasty D guy. So, perfect to what I'm saying is if Farrell is just trying to run amok, right? I don't see no problems this guy dropping the mitts and fighting Farrell or just pitting him, making him have a bad day, right? Because this guy's a fighter. Realistically, he's a great defensive player, but he's a hockey fighter, right? So if for any reason Farrell's causing Withers a problem, they're just take him out the game, and then Withers will have a good rest of the day. Honestly,
you think there's a potential that Withers gets Farrell gets taken out of the game because he's doing so bad?
No, I think they're gonna take him out of the game for 5-minute major fighting Diamond Hands. That's what I think is gonna happen. That's what I think should happen if Withers is having any trouble.
You think Diamond Hands will stir the pot right away?
I think that's his job, honestly. Oof. I mean, are they playing in Halifax, right?
They're playing in Buffalo. You gotta stop. You gotta get your schedule right.
I know. I flip them all the time. It doesn't matter if they're playing Halifax. It doesn't matter if they're playing Buffalo. You know what? It doesn't matter because Buffalo's depleted. They don't have their star talents as much anymore. They don't have their Chase Frasers, right? And Buffalo lives off their crowd energy, right? Give me somebody like Diamond Hands over here who's just going to make that crowd get real quiet when he starts punching guys in the face. Jeez, I think it's a great plan. I mean, yeah, they wanted to get him some good defensive reps, sure, but the guy's a fighter, man. I've seen him fight. I've seen him play ball. He's a good captain. He's a good presence in the locker room. And I really think that him bringing that defensive presence eases up Hasek's life, right? Eases up the defensive transition. And if some guy's causing a problem for the team, send him out there. That's his job. We're gonna see more. We're gonna see more guys like him, which are basically just Elijah Gashes in this league, who are really good at fighting and who are really good in transition defense. That's it, right? And we're gonna see some older vets starting to fight these guys. And to quote freaking shoot around podcasts, they're gonna die. They're gonna go down their shield, right?
So
these older guys.
Bro said Diamond Hands. No, that's what they call him. Is I don't know why they call him Diamond Hands. They call it
because he punches guys like he has diamonds for hands.
Right. Frick. I mean, I don't know why people don't listen to what we're saying. I literally said, as reported by Frick, whenever you talk about whatever. Everyone knows Frick reported Diamond Hands to playing Halifax. So, come on, man. By the way, the one time Withers and Farrell faced off in the NLL was on April 12th of this year, and Withers won 22 of 31 for 71%.
Yeah.
So your 70% prediction is pretty on point there.
It is pretty on point because
and you're right though, like Farrell is, I think Withers is a just better box player. And
I will say
Farrell likes to throw his blubbery weight around.
Withers is the greatest indoor faceoff guy from the East Coast of Canada. to ever exist in the last 15 years who's
What?
been actively
No, you
playing
can't
the
just special. No. How? Where does he rank all time? Well, in the East Coast of Canada, last 15 years. What kind of filter is that?
because he's playing MSL, right? Completely different from WLA, right?
You.
In summer ball, right? WLA, you're not gonna have many face-off guys. You guys like Hammer Jackson. You guys got guys from Oregon in that league. Like, it's just a different atmosphere, all right? But MSL, you're gonna have more consistent face-off guys, all right?
How is Ontario not the East Coast of Canada? Like what?
Yeah, Ontario is
Ontario's
the East Coast?
pretty east. It's
yeah,
not
like as an American, I would probably say it's pretty east. Unless we're counting like the freaking
Alabama is east of the United.
Unless we're counting like Nova Scotia or something. Like, I don't get it. Like, personally, all I'm saying is Withers. You can pin him out on this list. Like,
he's not,
dude. Withers, right. I would have to say he's like in that number 1, number 2 spot for me.
He's better than Baptiste.
Well, Baptiste is in that 5 range for me. I just think that
I think Withers is probably like number 1. Who would be number 1? I know like there's guys, historians in the comments right now. Like, who is like the best face-off guy of all time?
Well, Canadian-wise, it was Bob Snyder for a long time. But technique-wise, he was using this old school technique, just following the ball more. But
Bob or Jeff?
Joff Snyder and Bob Snyder, they were both really good back in the day. Joff Snyder was the better of them for sure.
Let's see. Yeah, I've seen him before. Woo.
Yeah, what I'm saying is, in this modern era face-off technique where it's a lot cleaner, moto, stand up, ranking them, it would have to be Withers, and then it would have to be Nardella, TD Erlin. Like, I love TD, but Nards is consistent up there. Like, he gives Withers a run for his money.
All time. I mean, Jeremy Thompson had a good run.
Jeremy Thompson a great run, but
he's falling off the map badly.
I will pit Baptiste above Jeremy.
I think Withers and Snyder. I think Withers is better than Snyder, honestly.
Yeah, and I'll pit Baptiste, I'll pit Jeremy, and then I'm gonna pit Hammer Jackson. All right, he hasn't played a full season. People don't realize this.
All right.
Tyrell Hammer Jackson has never played a full NLL season.
You know what the best ability is, right?
Huh?
You know what the best ability is, right?
His best ability.
Availability.
Oh, availability. Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
Write that down.
Well, you coined face-offs matter. I got a best ability.
Yeah. I mean, ultimately, like, let's look at Georgia. Georgia drafted Nathan Powers from D3 Emory College. He plays NABLL in America for New England, Paper City Oaks, right? He's really good. But they're only having 21 guys in this roster, and they're not pitting a face-off guy in this roster. It doesn't make any sense. Doesn't make any sense for Georgia.
So, question, the last one I want to get, because there's so many of these games, but I want to get to Colorado on that Palato kid or whatever that you talked about.
Yeah, so Nate, he's
playing the Wings. Who are the Wings face-off guy right now?
Bo Columbus. There's the Wings face-off guy. So let me pull it up for you right here.
All right.
So Bo Columbus, drafted from RMU. He's a really good face-off guy. Honestly, he's a prodigy guy.
You don't think is Palato going to dominate, or you don't think so?
Well, here's my prediction.
All right.
Bo Columbus, he's going to debut, right? He's going to debut.
True?
I know he plays for Brooklyn in the MSL.
Right.
I know he goes moto in there. I don't know if he's going to go moto against Matt Palato. Matt Palato is a stand-up neutral guy from Rutgers, right? So he did get drafted by the Whip Snakes. He was a practice guy. So what I will say about that is the Whip Snakes, PLL, they brought him in just as a practice guy for Nardella. So he's able to keep up with a lot of the guys. But what I'm saying is he looked good in training camp. He looked good against Vancouver. So Vancouver just didn't have anybody out there. So I really think this is going to be a 50-50 matchup. 50-50. I think that Matt Palato, he's going to have that one game of experience and those previous games in preseason.
That's true.
He's older than Bo Columbus by a couple of years. Not a lot. But Bo Columbus is a purebred RMU boxer.
You like RMU. Like, this is a big Ryan Smith moment again.
Well, yeah, RMU and RIT produce the most NLL players at any university. And his brother plays box at a very high level with him, and he plays for Brooklyn in MSL. So I don't see any problem with him having a good game against a face-off guy who's only really seen pro reps and the practice levels with the PLL and preseason and one game against Vancouver where they didn't even have a guy, and I saw him drag it out and lose the ball like 4 times himself.
Question.
And
so are we sure Bo Columbus is on face-off for Philadelphia this week?
I honestly can't give you a 100% answer. I checked the Instagrams. I checked around. The roster says he's there on the roster, but there's nothing saying he isn't.
Fair. So if Pilato plays him, it's 50-50.
Yeah, I'm 50-50. And I would probably say the edge might go to Pilato only because he has more like better wings than Philly does. Because Philly's traded all their wings away. They really don't have that much room in transition. They're very offensive.
That's a good point. No Mitch the Stew, yeah.
Yeah, so they don't really have like their trademark guys right now. Like, but ultimately, I think honestly 50-50, but depending how the Wings are playing, I'll give it favor for Colorado. I think he's gonna have a little bit more experience, maybe a little more grown man strength on Bo. But Bo's a specimen, man. He's like 6'2". He knows he's a big guy. He knows what he's doing, honestly.
You love that. He knows what he's doing.
Yeah, and to wrap it up for face-offs for me is Oshawa, Georgia, 60-40% Oshawa.
Whoa. Oshawa's only 60?
Yeah, because they don't have a face-off guy, really. And, they do have a guy, but Georgia has a really good D and transition unit. So I don't think they're going to have a problem mucking up.
And what's your other predictions real quick?
And then my last one, for Vancouver, Vegas, give me Hammer Jackson 90%.
90?
Yeah, 90%.
Isn't he playing? Hold on. Isn't is Stathicus?
Nope.
Stathicus hurt, ain't he?
He's out.
That's right.
They have some backup going in, dude. I talked to him last night.
Okay.
Dude, listen. Vancouver's only going to go like 10 to 5%. Hammer, depending on how he's feeling, 90-95% from the Hammer. Okay.
90 or 95. 90 or 95? Which one are you taking?
Give me 90%. 95, actually. That's the jersey.
95, okay.
Because Hammer Jackson was averaging 80% in WLA. All right. He's more rested than everybody else in this league right now. Vegas has had 3 weeks off. And they're playing in Vancouver. They're playing in Hammer's hometown, so no travel. All right. And he's ready to go against this random guy. And I'll even go as far as say is he might get an assist. He might get a goal because I watched a practice film.
You're going to go point for Nasty and a point for Hammer Jackson?
Yeah. Give me a point for Withers, too. Point for Withers. You might get like a hockey assist. You might get like a hockey assist. Give me a straight up point for Withers and 2 hockey assists for Withers, too. That's not going to be on the stat sheet. But he's going to have 2 transition plays.
Well, that will go on the stat sheet. We'll say 2 points for Withers. Okay. Yeah. I know that's one more thing. San Diego Rochester.
Oh, is that even a question?
No,
is that even a question?
100%?
Travis Baptiste, he's going 90%, 10% Jeremy Thompson. Jeremy's gonna muck it up, right? You look at the game between him, Haudenosaunee versus USA, international rules. Haudenosaunee, they did an okay job mucking up against Baptiste and TD Erlin. But
it's gonna be 90 in this game?
Baptiste is going 90%. Jeremy Thompson.
Steelers have better players if like to pick it up though.
Yeah, that's what Danny Logan. I mean, D guy of the year in the PLL, short stick D guy. He's picking up loose balls left and right. I mean, Rochester, they do have some really good talent on those loose balls, but they're not going to be as fast enough as Baptiste. Also, he's also already scored this year against an okay team, right?
Ottawa, yeah.
Yeah, and like, dude, the only reason I'm saying Hammer is going to be scoring is because if you look at the clips from the practice, I've seen some other practice clips too. Dude, he scored on Baptiste straight up. Or he scored again in that same scrimmage. Like he's solid this year. He's healthy, lost a bunch of weight. He's looking solid.
Jeremy
Thompson.
Yeah.
Dude, last thing I'll say is Listen, Jeremy, watching this, Jeremy Thompson, I love you. I love you. You're great. You're ambassador of the game, future Hall of Famer, right? But don't go out in your shield. Don't go out in your shield right now. Like, if you want to endorse a guy or have another guy from your community that can take faceoffs at a very high level, bring that guy in.
Oh my god. Okay, let's get to
let's be honest. There's guys who want a shot in this league, and there's only they deserve an opportunity. And if you're holding out a roster spot because you feel you're the guy, even though
you're going to get in trouble here, we got to move on to trust notices. Okay, ready for this?
Yeah.
On. 3 NLL headlines that gave trust notices with Tim Dillon. Only 3. Better be good.
So my first one was Diamond Hands. That was my headline I got for Loose Mesh.
I was gonna wait for that, you jerk.
I know, right? So that's one for me. To the Tonka. Tonka's coming out December 15th.
No, yes, you did not have that prepared. What was your say? You did not have that prepared.
Yes, I did. This is all lies. All lies.
All right, well, right now, Tonka comes out December. Although Frick did say he talked McBride, and it's coming out actually. Oh my God, there's a lot of comments here. He said it's actually coming out. I forgot. It's so far the 20th.
Well, you know what? I'm not in that group chat, so that you know what? I'll get that information in a couple hours.
All right, whatever.
That's not my fault, buddy. It's not my fault.
All right, what's your third headline? The second one was terrible. They'll go to the third one.
Third headline is.
Oh, you didn't write these down?
I did it right here, buddy. I have it right here. I'm reading it for you right now. Calm down.
What's your third one?
Third one, I think Vegas should bring Bouquet with them to the Vancouver game. I think he should be on. I think they should sit a guy. I think they should bring him.
Oh my God, you had Bouquet.
Dude, it's the second week. It's the second week in this league. There's minimal happening. All right, and every other trade or every other injury is happening when I'm not on the air.
Wow.
Or the day before or after. All right, listen. Is there some news I just haven't heard about? Because my Instagram is pretty relevant. It's pretty up to date. Right? There isn't NLL news coming out the woodwork, so I can just be like, freaking, Mr. Sue's getting traded again. It's not that I got for you there. Honestly,
Jordan McBride says the 20th, by the way.
All right, Jordan, freaking text me later about it, I guess. Let me go live on air and say it out loud for the last 2 weeks.
Dude, you had one headline prepared.
No, I had 3 prepared. One of them was just proven on live air for the whole world to see.
No, the third one cannot. Do you know what a headline is?
Oh, what you weren't, dude. Mike, do you have a headline for me? Give me 3 right now because I
had a whole narrative segment yesterday where I thought that Rochester's defense against San Diego. I'm interested to see how that looks. I believe Oshawa's offense is going to be. I want to see how that looks this week. I think that the 3 championship, like the Saskatchewan, Vancouver, Buffalo, are going to have crazy games, and who's going to make the biggest statement? Those are headlines.
You know what? Okay, you know what? The only reason I'm bringing up the Vegas thing with the goalie is because
this guy.
You know what I'm talking. You know what I mean.
Oh,
right?
Yeah, sure.
Right?
I know too, pal.
Listen,
go ahead.
Listen. I feel like they should bring the practice goalie because I do believe that for Vegas to beat Vancouver, they need to win a lot of faceoffs, right? They need to have Chase Fraser, all these local Vancouver guys playing in their hometown, playing very comfortably, and they need to be rotating the goalies. All right. I know it's not great to say. I know people are going to say leave the goalies and let them be comfortable.
It's a bullshit.
Okay, Kelsey, he's a good goalie, but I've seen him play. Right? He'll get rattled every once in a while. He doesn't consistency is not the best part of this team right now. Okay.
No.
So they should be bringing 3 goalies with them like Buffalo does. They should be bringing 3 goalies. All right. And you want another freaking headline?
No, you only have 3. You fit.
No. Give me Rochester beating San Diego. Rochester beating San Diego. Even losing every faceoff. Give me Rochester beating San Diego.
Hey, by the way. The fans are not happy.
You got money? You got San Diego money line or something, Mike?
No. People are not happy with how Tressler has just worked. So, but
Dude,
I will say,
I give you 10 stat sheets of face-offs, all right? And then you want 3 more headlines, and you want like 1,000 more things, buddy. Listen. I can get you face-offs. I can get you 1 or 2 good headlines of news, but like 3 Tress is a lot from Buddy over here, right?
Okay. By the way, we have news here. We're coming. Oh no! My hands in the air. The Tonka actually comes out the 20th.
Dude, that's not my fault. No one texted me that. All right, that's not my fault. Do me dirty on live. Do me dirty on live radio right now. My mom's watching this right now. Right, she'll be pissed.
Hey, great work today, Tim Dillon. The face-off predictions. I feel like every week those you need to have. I want to see how good you do. Honestly, I'm excited to see how that looks.
Yeah, you know what? I feel like the predictions will do good, and then next week I actually have something to talk about because we won't have just like 2 games. You know, like. Okay. You know, whoever scheduled, whatever NLL intern scheduled 2 games, and there were the most random matchups ever, and no wait. Like, no, we're scheduling 2 games. There should be some meaty games, man. Give me Saskatchewan versus like Calgary. Freaking, what are we doing right now? Honestly,
jeez, man.
I mean, what are we doing? Also, Diamond Hand should count as itself as like 2 headlines, right? He's playing pro hockey.
Wow.
And he's playing pro lacrosse.
You would like it to count for all 3.
He should. Okay.
Should. I also think that I really at this point hope the Tonka does come out for all the Christmas, because at this point I don't even know.
Yeah, I do too, honestly. Like it's my reputation is very shaky right now on it. You know, like it's a little much. But I will have to say, Loose Nest podcast, I gotta shout those boys out. I like them. They do great work.
They're
and
good,
I definitely have to say, what do you call it? There's this guy on the podcast, I forget his name, but he's doing this whole segment on equipment, and I really like what he's bringing to the table and talking about like the specialized equipment that they're doing in the league, and always talking about like the bicep pads being alterated with the custom like hard pieces. Huh?
Is it Dawson saying that?
No. There's this guy. He coaches for the Bulgaria lacrosse team. His name's slipping me right now, but he does a great job talking like the insides of equipment, all this stuff. Like really good work. And I also have to shout out his name's right here. Nick Coyne, former equipment manager for the Panther City Lacrosse Club, RIP, and USA Men's National Team equipment manager. Right? Nick Coyne, he's a guy I talk to about equipment. He's a guy, look him up. He's called the Lax QM on Instagram. Great guy. And you know what? I've hit him up. I've hit him up for some news. Not a lot of news going around, right? And also, you know what? Let me say something right here. Let me just put this down as a headline. Tick, 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 headline. Will Malcolm, 7 points.
This week,
7 points.
We're going to have to change that to 3 predictions just so you'll feel better about it.
7 points, Will Malcolm, all right? He's going to get 4 goals, all right? 3 assists. 4 goals, 3 assists. I believe in that.
That's specific. I like it. Okay.
All right, because Vegas, they have a great offense. Defensively, we haven't seen them get tested yet. So,
Vegas hasn't played.
Yeah, so might be a shootout. Because
Colorado. Will Malcolm's on Colorado. They're playing Philadelphia for the record.
Yeah, I know that. I'm just saying Vegas's defense, regardless, is going to be tested, and they are playing Philadelphia, and Philadelphia hasn't been tested either. That's what I'm trying to make the comparison to here. Is both defenses are lacking, and Philadelphia specifically, goaltending situation. Oh my gosh! Like, is it Higgins? Is this? It's everywhere.
It's not Higgins. It's you come on, Damoon. Damoon's not bad. It's the defense in front of him. But we're gonna let you go before you say anything else. Thank you, Tim. Hey, gracias, Tim Dillon.
Gracias, Donata.
I will see Donata next week, right?
Feliz Navidad to the people out there. Feliz Navidad.
We're not there yet. We're like 2 weeks away.
All right. Merry Christmas, everybody. Happy holidays. All right.
Well, Christmas, apparently, this guy. What is this show? Good for him. All right. Wow. Hour 15. Is that good for y'all? Y'all have a good rest of your day. This has been Daily Dive. Wow. All right, guys. Bye.